the member from Kitchener-Waterloo.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And I do want to give some context to this debate, because in the province of Ontario right now, every community across this province is fundraising to keep women's shelter beds open. In Waterloo Region last spring, 26 beds closed. We should not be fundraising to keep women safe in the province of Ontario. And we have to be more respectful of the voices of victims, of survivors. And I will tell you this morning, when Donna Marie was asked by the media, what was her predominant emotion or her feeling, what was she thinking about as she was trying to leave a violent situation, and she said it was fear. It was fear. She was afraid for her children. She was afraid for her safety. She was afraid of poverty. And that is the core of this debate today, is that, this was a woman who, she told us this morning, was making $50,000 a year. She had 100% benefits. She was providing for her family. And when she tried to save herself, she lost her job. She ended up in abject poverty. She suffered from mental illness because of the stress of that experience. And the Liberals say that they have made this a priority. Well, I challenge the Liberal government on that for sure. Because you had a chance. This government had a chance at Bill 148 this summer to make it right. You had that chance and you did not take it. But you have this chance. We have given you this opportunity to do the right thing for women and survivors of domestic violence in the province of Ontario. And the issue of economic costs came up, obviously, this summer. And I want to tell you, Australia, who's moved ahead of us, they said that the broad economic cost of violence against women for their partners of a total of $12.6 billion in Australia. A very conservative estimate in this country is $78 million nationwide. Now, you should not have to cost out the impact of domestic violence on women in 2017. We should not have to factor in what it is going to cost to keep women and their children safe. And I hope that we can come to some consensus on that. Any discussion, and I want to cite this report. This report is actually the economic aspects of paid domestic violence leave provisions. It was done by Jim Stanford, previously of Ontario, previously of Canada. And this report says, any discussion of the incremental costs associated with the measures to prevent domestic violence like paid leave must occur in the context of an understanding of the enormous economic costs, not to mention the personal and the social costs associated with family and domestic violence. In this regard, the status quo is not free. And so what I want to say to this government is that the cost of apathy, the cost of taking small baby steps on a societal issue that affects every woman across this province, indirectly or directly, the cost of apathy is too high. Do the right thing today and support this bill.